Lincoln Project are confident that Donald Trump understands his position.
That this Trump will be better than the man who tore the country apart. Of ethical character has been on display for every minute of his adult life. We know who he is.
Ever wonder what keeps Trump up at night? Turns out it's not just his Twitter addiction. The Lincoln Project's new parody ads are giving old Donnie some serious nightmares. From Grumpy Trumpy to Donnie DERS, these 8 hilarious videos are like kryptonite to Trump's ego, and boy, is he losing it. Stick around to see how a bunch of political misfits are making the mighty Trump throw a tantrum. Quick favor before we move on: if you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Ever heard of a group of Republicans who can't stand Trump? Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to meet the Lincoln Project. These folks aren't your average GOP diehards. Nope. They're like the rebellious teenagers of the Republican Party, and they've decided that Trump is the embarrassing dad they don't want to be seen with anymore. So who are these political pranksters? Picture a bunch of former GOP insiders who woke up one day and said, you know what we're going to use our powers for? Good instead of evil. They used to be the ones writing speeches and crafting strategies for Republican bigwigs. Now they're using all that insider knowledge to give Trump the world's most epic political wedgie. But why would these folks turn on their own party's golden boy? It's like they suddenly realized they were in the mean girls of politics and decided to write a burn book about the head plastic.
By the way, I'm pretty sure that Mike is in the punishment box for a while now because he shook Trump's hand, a man who tried to have him killed during the Carter funeral at the National Cathedral this week, absolutely icing Trump down.
These Lincoln Project folks know all of Trump's secrets, his weak spots, and probably what brand of spray tan he uses, and boy, are they spilling the tea. The Lincoln Project isn't your average political group. They're more like the class clowns of politics who decided to use their powers of annoyance for a noble cause. Their mission to bug Trump so much that he loses his cool faster than a snowman in a sauna. And let me tell you, they're better at pushing Trump's buttons than a toddler in an elevator. These folks have a unique strategy. Instead of boring us all to death with policy papers and fancy words, they're hitting Trump where it really hurts, right in his big beautiful ego. It's like they're playing a game of who can make Trump throw the biggest tantrum, and honestly they're winning by a landslide.
Well, it's because his own base is starting to realize he's basically full of shit. But he's still a convicted felon, and it's a stain that will not wash out. He's busy jacking off about Greenland and invading Panama and invading Canada, making Canada the 51st state.
The Lincoln Project knows Trump's weak spots better than anyone. They're like the ex-girlfriends of politics, armed with all the embarrassing stories and cringeworthy moments, and they're not afraid to use them. It's like they've got a dartboard with Trump's face on it, and they're throwing zingers instead of darts. Their ads aren't just political messages, they're more like roast disguised as campaign commercials. They're serving up burns hotter than a Mar-a-Lago sunlounger in lie, and Trump, he's about as happy with these ads as a cat in a bathtub. But here's the kicker: these folks used to be on Trump's team. It's like they've gone from being the Avengers of the GOP to the Guardians of democracy. They've turned their capes inside out and are now using their superpowers to fight against the very machine they helped build.
He's a convicted felon and always will be. I wish they would have punished him. I wish they would have fined him. I wish they would have put him in jail for even 5 minutes. No governor of New York is ever going to pardon Donald J. Trump. He is a convicted felon forever.
Now you might be thinking, but aren't they just a bunch of traitors? Well, hold your horses. Their partner, these Lincoln Project folks, see themselves more like the secret agents in a spy movie who realize they've been working for the bad guys all along. They're not betraying their values, they're standing up for them. Their strategy is simple but effective: hit Trump where it hurts his ego. It's like they're playing a political version of punk, and Trump is the unsuspecting celebrity who keeps falling in for it every time he tweets angrily about one of their ads. You can almost hear the Lincoln Project high-fiving each other. The Lincoln Project just dropped 8 new ads, and let me tell you, they're spicier than Trump's Taco Bowl tweets. These aren't just attack ads, they're like political whoopee cushions designed to make Trump squirm. But what's got the orange turd so steamed up this time? Let's dive into these comedy gold mines that are driving Trump up the wall faster than you can say cough F.
Donald Trump has had a terrible, terrible week Why has it been terrible? It's not going to go away. It doesn't magically get better. It doesn't suddenly, you don't wake up one morning and go, hey, I'm not a criminal anymore because he's a criminal. While the court did not punish him, his conviction is now affirmed.
First up, we've got Grumpy Trumpy picture Trump as the world's angriest Oompa Loompa stomping around the White House in a huff because someone dared to criticize his beautiful, tremendous hands. The ad shows Trump's famous scowl set to a catchy jingle about his constant whining. It's like Schoolhouse Rock meets The Apprentice, but with more orange makeup. Next on the hit list is Donnie Diapers. Yep, it's exactly what you think it is. The Lincoln Project went there, folks. This ad suggests that Trump's frequent Twitter rants might be linked to some personal plumbing issues. It's got a cartoon Trump sitting on a golden toilet phone in hand, tweeting up a storm. The tagline, Trump full of it, subtle, right? But wait, there's more. The art of the squeal takes a hilarious jab at Trump's self-proclaimed deal-making skills. It's a play on his book, The Art of the Deal, but instead of business savvy, it's all about Trump's love for snitching. The ad features a montage of Trump throwing everyone under the bus, from former allies to his own family members. It's like watching a reality TV show where the star keeps voting off his own team. Each ad hits a different sore spot for Trump. There's one about his hair called the comb over conundrum, complete with wind sound effects and slow-motion footage of Trump's foes. Is D trying to make a break for it?
We feel certain Trump will play his part because he's a good boy. Who's a good boy?
And a better perspective and a better persona and a better style of leadership than the man who led a conspiracy. This is the Donald Trump who has been found guilty and convicted of financial fraud.
Another ad, Bunker Boy pokes fun at the time Trump allegedly hid in the White House bunker. During protests, it's set to a parody of Rocket Man with lyrics like Bunker Boy hiding from the people in the streets. But the Lincoln Project didn't stop there. They also produced Tremendous Loser, a game show parody where Trump always comes in second place. The host keeps offering him participation trophies, which Trump angrily swats away. Then there's Tweeting for Putin, a musical number suggesting Trump's foreign policy is dictated by his bromance with the Russian leader. Picture Trump and Putin in a Grease-style duet. And you've got the idea. The final ad in this comedy roast is Wallace of Shame. It's a mock documentary about Trump's infamous border wall, featuring interviews with engineers who explain how they're using the finest papermic and popsicle sticks money can buy. The kicker, a time-lapse of the wall being blown over by a light breeze.
The Lincoln Project are confident that Donald Trump understands his position.
That this Trump will be better than the man who tore the country apart. Of ethical character has been on display for every minute of his adult life. We know who he is.
These ads aren't just funny, they're clever too. The Lincoln Project knows exactly which buttons to push to get under Trump's skin. They're not just attacking his policies, they're going after his image, his ego, and his insecurities. It's like they've got a playbook of Trump's weaknesses, and they're working their way through it one hilarious ad at a time. Remember when your mom told you not to poke the bear? Well, the Lincoln Project just poked a very orange, very angry bear with a Twitter account, and boy did that bear roar. Trump's reaction to these ads was about as calm as a toddler who's been told it's bedtime, and twice as loud. But why does Trump care so much about what these guys say? It's not like he's known for his thick skin or ability to take a joke. Nope, our former president is more sensitive than a sunburned nose at a pepper-sniffing contest, and when he gets his feelings hurt, you better believe those stubby little fingers are going to town on that Twitter keyboard. Cue the Twitter storm. Trump's fingers were probably smoking from all that angry typing. It's like he was trying to set a new world record for most caps lock used in a single tweet. He called the Lincoln Project folks losers and haters. Real creative insults there, Mr. President. I'm sure they're crying into their cuff as we speak. But Trump didn't stop there. Oh no, he was just getting warmed up. He went on a rampage, throwing out accusations like they were Trump stakes at a fire sale. Fake news, he cried, as if that magic phrase would make the ads disappear. Then came the personal attacks on Lincoln Project members. It was like watching a reality TV show where the star forgot he wasn't on TV anymore. Here's the kicker, though every tweet just proved the Lincoln Project's point. They were living run tree in Trump's head, and he was giving them a penthouse suite. The more he raged, the more people watched the ads. It's like he was their personal PR team, working overtime to make sure everyone saw these parody commercials. Talk about free publicity.
Admiring the assets of other men. Meanwhile, President Musk can get down to the business of running the country.
Willing to not accept the false predicates of, well, maybe Trump's better this time. There is no better iteration of Donald Trump. There is no moment of Donald Trump.
Hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. If you stuck around the end, drop a blue heart in this comment. And until next time, I will see you soon.